Thanks, Mike. I'm here with junior guard Gabby Casey of the St. Joe's Hawks. And Gabby, thank you so much for joining me as we get ready for this season. How have the first couple weeks of preseason been? Maybe 6 practices only, I think you guys have had?
Yeah. Preseason and practice has been great. It's been very competitive. Everyone's coming back ready to work hard, and it's just been really fun.
Yeah. Well, it's a new team this year for your program. I mean, several staples that, graduated. Mackenzie Smith, Laura Ziegler, and Talia Brugler. How do you rebuild after losing these 3 pieces?
Well, first off, I just want to say good luck to them. They're all playing. And then, just with losing them, there's a lot of opportunities for growth and new people to step up, and that's what we're really looking forward to.
Personally, for you, how are you looking to step up, maybe in a leadership way without those 3 on the court?
I'm just looking to grow individually as a person and to be the teammate my teammates need me to be, and also looking forward to adding more in the scoring column.
Yeah. Thanks, Gabby. Last one for you. Who are 1 or 2 teammates that have maybe showed up and showed out this preseason, really seem like they're ready to make their mark this season?
I want to give a big shout out to Aaliyah Sneed. She's one of my best friends, and I'm just really have seen a lot of growth from her, and I'm so excited for her this season and so excited to do this with her.
Yeah, the reigning A10 6 player of the year. Good shout out to Aaliyah. Gabby, last one for you off the court. What is a pregame meal that you enjoy?
I like chicken, pasta, rice, all the carbs.
All the healthy things. She didn't give me any good answers, Mike and Christy. Mine was chocolate-covered strawberries. So clearly she's a better athlete than I was. So thank you for joining me, Casey. Gabby.
Thank you.
Great stuff out there. I still love it.
For sure.
Yeah. Well, and she's going to be playing for 25th year head coach Cindy Griffin. I mean,
about
talk
that?
about longevity and stability
Yeah.
for the Hawks on the women's side. Should be pretty good for them again.
Yeah, no question. I mean, you heard about the reverence from each player to one another, and I think that's where it starts, right? I mean, when you can give a shout out to your teammate in that way, in that kind of a moment, I think that just speaks to the overall culture of what they have going on there at St. Joe's. It's a microcosm of what you want to build on.
Yeah, and look, you should look at a little bit about the women's team here. Coach Griffin, again, the stability and the legendary nature of what she's done and been able to do with this team, it's like that's kind of what you've seen over the years. And I get it back in the day with Phil Martelli as well. And I know that was a tough transition, but I thought Billy Lang did a really nice job there for the 6 years. And, he worked hard and got a good opportunity. And now Donahue, who's a St. Joe's kind of guy, so that you kind of need that at that school. I think we all understand it's like, that's a program that, it just means a little bit different to the people that have been there, understand what it's like up at Hawk Hill.
Yeah, it's Philly, right?
Right.
And I know Natasha Cloud pretty well, and she was an amazing player there at St. Joe's, like 3-time Defensive Player of the Year. So I think that just speaks to the tradition of excellence and pride in the city.
Yeah, let's hear from Cindy Griffin now here for the Hawks.
Grateful to be part of it and looking forward to a great season with the Hawks. We certainly look a little bit different this year, but players like Gabby Casey and Aaliyah Sneed, I think we're going to surprise a lot of people.
You raise your hand, we'll get you the mic for questions.
Cindy, Zach Weiss, Atlantic10.com. You mentioned the departures. When you're looking to add, are you looking to find literally what fills, or are you looking to maybe just change some and tweak some things based on the personnel you have and go from there?
Yeah, I mean, we certainly got about 4 players that are from the transfer portal. We have 4 freshmen that we're going to incorporate into what we do. We certainly want to play a little bit faster this year. I think our strength is going to be more in the backcourt than perhaps the front court. And, that's going to entail a lot of pushing the ball up the floor and getting more perimeter shots and not losing sight of the post presence that we've had. And we've got to bring those younger players along a little bit more.
In terms of those new faces, Cindy, who really has answered those challenges or answered some of those questions for you at this point of the off-season stage?
Sure. I mean, I think you have to look at Faye Stinson, one of our transfers, senior this year. She has had a lot of playing time, playing at University of Indiana, Indianapolis. And so we're looking for her to fill some big shoes, you know, from the post position. She's able to shoot the three. She's able to stretch the floor out like we like to do. We like all 5 guys on the court, women on the court, to be able to shoot the three so that we can space out the floor and get some inside touches, whether it be with the post players or with posting up some of the mismatches.
Gabby, obviously, a lot of things went really well for you last year. What did you find through that work that led to those moments, and what do you look to capitalize on to build on that?
You know, I'm just looking to be more of a scoring role this year, and I think that's just a testament to getting in the gym, working hard, and then also having great coaches being able to push me to fill that role.
When you hear faster, how excited does that make you, that opportunity to maybe provide that opportunity?
I'm really excited for that part. I love to run in transition and to get my teammates opportunities, and I'm just really looking forward to that.
Cindy, when you, as a follow-up to that, say faster, understanding that you have that with the personnel, how important is that to realize and maybe making that switch?
It's easy because, I mean, when you have somebody that can put the ball in the basket different ways, such as Gabby, and you have to look at Aaliyah's experience from last year, being 6th Player of the Year, and just being versatile. I think you're looking at 2 perimeter players that can score in a lot of different ways and being complemented by some speed and athleticism, and certainly some skill.
You mentioned the recognition that Aaliyah got. Just what was she able to do last season with obviously a lot of accomplished players on that team to be able to provide that next for herself and for her team?
Yeah, I think she filled a great role for us. You know, anything we asked her to do, whether play against the best perimeter player, whether it be maximize on a mismatch, be the top of our press, create some steals and opportunities for herself and for her teammates. So just playing that role for us. And, you know, I think both of the young ladies are looking forward to stepping up and playing more primary roles and maybe giving that secondary stuff to some other guys.
With but for both of you, what you were able to learn last year, what was the biggest takeaway that you think can help this team this season? Even though last year's separate, there's still things that you can intangible-wise build to make this season a successful one.
You want to start?
You can go.
Okay. I think the big takeaway is that we got a taste of the championship game. We got a taste of postseason. And just because maybe numbers have changed on the back of their jersey on who's going to be starting, who's going to be playing out there, the goals are still the same. You know, we want to win the Atlantic 10 championship. We want to play in postseason. And we want to represent St. Joe's in this league the best that we can.
Like Coach was saying, that feeling that we had walking off that floor in Richmond, we won't ever forget that, and I think that has fueled us for this season, and we're just looking to get back there.
Mel.
Just look at your non-conference schedule. It looks like, I mean, if we go back to Villanova the year before and last year, obviously they got caught and they lost a lot more that they didn't anticipate. But it looks like on your schedule you can kind of, there's a lot of points that I think you could pick up with wins. In other words, I think you're probably looking at the profiles as you've brought people in that can meet the schedule in terms of before you hit into conference play.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you look at our schedule, and we have, you know, we're on the road a little bit, and then we're back home, and we host Big 12 team in Cincinnati, and then we host Big 10 team in Penn State, and then we're heading up to Columbia, who's been in the NCAA tournament the last couple of years. So really challenging our players very early, and really just throwing them out there and seeing what we can do against these teams. I mean, I think we're going to, again, compete, and we're going to steal a couple.
Just as a follow-up too, knowing that the Big 5 Classic this year is on a Sunday instead of a Friday, how much do you think that can help the marketing effort that, you know, that weekend?
Yeah, I mean, Sundays are always a great day in the Philadelphia area for attendance, and I think that has a lot to do with who our fan base is, which is a lot of younger families with kids. And, Saturdays sometimes are a little bit tougher just because of activities, but Sundays usually we hit home runs, and that's good not only for that game, but also for Sunday television games and other games. So I think it's going to be great.
Any additional questions? Nope. Well, you're free, Coach.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so the Hawks, they knock off Richmond last year in the
Right. How
semifinals,
about
huge
that?
win. Yeah, they end up going to postseason, 24 wins, but no Ziegler, no Smith, no Brugler, the top three scorers. That was a total of 45 points on average. So Gabby Casey, just heard from her,
Yeah.
got to have a huge year.
Yeah, I mean, she's magnificent, okay? She averages just under 8 points a game, 4 assists, but she has some activity that's tough to guard on all three levels. And you heard Coach Griffin talking about that as well, but she also talked about the non-conference competition. And I lived in Italy for a while when I was hooping, and they said, throw the noodle up on the wall and see if it sticks. That's the al dente. That's how you know that it's ready. So that's the non-conference portion of the season for them.